Welcome to Innovate and Conversate, where we discuss the latest innovations and trends in the business world. I'm your host, Jana, and today we have a young changemaker with us, Monica, a student from Maryland International School who won the 2025 Zayed Sustainability Prize for the MENA Global High School category, presented by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan at the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. Welcome, Monica, to the show.
Thank you, Jenna. It's absolutely an honor to be here. And I mean, like, just being here, it's so surreal, having won the prize. The entire experience is really great.
Yeah, I would like to say congratulations on this achievement. It's actually so good. And how does it feel like being recognized as a change maker in sustainability?
I mean, honestly speaking, I've put in the work, and it's like a testament to the work that we've put into the project. And it's also really exciting and, surreal to have gotten to this stage. It's also like a boost of confidence, inspiring that we can keep moving and, there's more achievements to have been achieved.
Definitely. And what does sustainability mean to you if you want to talk about this? Like, what does it mean to you on a personal level? Like, why this challenge in specific?
So sustainability to me is essentially protecting our planet, but also ensuring that people can live, long, fulfilling lives without essentially harming the environment. So my take on this is that, me and other young people, we have a fresher perspective on the problem and on the climate crisis, as, we're more directly affected by it. So I feel like we're not afraid to question the norms that have been taught to us, and, we're looking for new innovations to existing problems. And that's exactly how we actually came up with this project.
And your project clearly stood out to the judges, right? Could you walk us through your project and what made you choose this in specific?
So our project, on a basic note, is a tile that absorbs carbon dioxide and releases oxygen, but mainly on the carbon dioxide aspect of it. So how it works is it has a very thin cement base to give it structural integrity to be mounted onto a wall, and the tile itself consists of cocoa husk and Weber to essentially seal it into the shape of a tile. And at the center of the tile, we cultivate Chlorella vulgaris algae, and what this specific species of algae does is it absorbs a large amount of carbon dioxide, more than natural algae and trees do. And it also has a very fast growth cycle, so it's easy to maintain in household and, domestic situations. Why we chose this problem in specific is because, the climate crisis poses many different problems, but this one in particular directly affected us as, in our school, we consistently had carbon checks and there was a lot of issues with the carbon dioxide levels. So we thought that this was the way to start, because it was right in front of us.
And how did you go from an idea to an actual working solution?
So when we submitted our application to the prize, we had sent them like a list of what we would do and, our like timelines and the composition of our brick, right? So on paper, it seemed absolutely perfect. We could have everything done. But, once we were announced finalists, it was like, okay, now we have to make the tile and, cross that bridge.
Exactly.
So making the tile was, like our biggest challenge, one of our biggest challenges actually, because our composition on paper proves to be, a little off in real life because we had run it through a 3D simulation and, with the way we'd make it because it wasn't professionally made, there was a little tweak to it. So, we had to change the composition of some of the materials, and we had to end up, bringing new materials entirely because it was kind of, falling apart once we'd put it up on the wall. So after a few iterations of the tile, we'd finally reach the final.
And how did it feel like standing on such a big stage and winning this prestigious award? Like, did it seem like a defining moment in your life?
Definitely. I mean, we weren't expecting it really because, we'd submitted our application and we hadn't heard of it for like months. We just entirely forgotten about it. So, going through the process of making the tile and submitting our final applications and, even to going up on the stage, it was really such, it was a great moment, one that I'll never forget. And it was, it was like a testament that, this is like a beginning to a journey that, we can develop more and, there's new problems to be solved and new innovations to be made.
And when it comes to sustainability and innovation, you would face a lot of problems, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But what was the biggest problem that you faced during the project?
It was honestly coming up with the idea of the tile Because our take on algae had started, way earlier in 2024 when we'd went to a different competition. When we'd done our other competition, our idea was essentially a large tank of algae and not the tile that we proposed. So it was very centralized. We couldn't, make it a domestic use because we can't put a 3,000 gallon tank in somebody's house.
Exactly.
So decentralizing the idea and finding out how to distribute it was honestly one of our biggest challenges. So, the tile, the concept, it was kind of like a light bulb moment. Like, yeah, that's gonna work.
And would you say that innovation is always a collaborative effort?
Definitely. I mean, I feel like the best ideas and the best innovations come from sharing knowledge and ideas, like, throughout people. And that is no exception, even in complex problems like sustainability. Only after, like, weeks would it seem of, like, different ideas, throwing things against the wall, this one seems to stick. So sustainability is definitely, it's a team collaborative effort.
So you've definitely proved that young people could make a change for sure. What would you say that your generation, like what role do they play today in sustainability?
So, because we're not of age or we're a little younger, our opinions on sustainability aren't really broadcasted, but I feel like we have the advantage of looking at it from a unique perspective because the generations now will be here now and we're going to be here for the future.
Sure.
So, we have a more direct the climate crisis would have a more direct impact on our lives than it does at the moment. So I feel like with that in mind, we have a lot of new takes on the climate crisis. And not only this, I would advise that anyone, who has a local problem that they're interested about the climate crisis or any other problem really, they should try to tackle it because every step matters towards, the final goal.
Yeah, definitely. And your journey is just getting started, right? What would you say is next for you? Are you willing to continue working on this project or are you looking at something different?
I mean, working on this project is definitely on my to-do list for, the next couple of years. Kind of like, upscaling the project and, making it more, like you can put it in a domestic household or community spaces. And we're also looking to partner with, like larger companies and organizations to conduct more research on, how we can improve our product and also how we can market it. And not only this, but, we're also really interested in expanding into other horizons of sustainability, like, making it affordable because a lot of sustainable methods or practices aren't really affordable to everyone. It's not like an commodity everyone can have. So that is probably another very big goal of ours, like the financial side of sustainability and how we can make it accessible.
Thank you, Monica, so much for today and congratulations again. We can't wait to see what you achieve next.
Thank you for having me, Jana. It's been an honor to share my story here.
Thank you to our listeners for tuning in. We'd love to hear back from you on which topics you would like for us to discuss next. Until next time, stay innovative and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.